Hey guys, I am back with another nail video, and this client had peeled off her gel. That's not my favorite thing for my clients to do, but I definitely understand it's an anxious habit. So right here, I'm going in with a lighter sanding band than I would normally use because she just gave her nails a little bit of trauma. This is just a zebra band. So yeah, she had a little bit of gel left up by the cuticle. I'm just prepping this for her so we can go on with the new set. Okay, so this client I discussed, she prefers her natural nail. She's always trying to grow out that natural nail so she doesn't pick at it. So we discussed whether she should start over on growing that nail because she had picked it off, or if we should give her a little bit of help. Her problem is if the product is too thick and she develops that ridge towards the cuticle, once she has growth, she will pick it off. So putting tips on is a little bit of a challenge because I need the product to be strong enough to hold the tip, but not thick enough that she'll pick it off. So right now I'm just going in here and laying these tips real fast. I love Young Nails brush-on glue. That is my personal favorite. It just works really well and I have a lot of control with it. I hate glue in a tube, but that's just me personally. And I'm putting some length on her nails. After I get this length on her nails, I'm going in with a tip blender. It's an IBD product. You'll see me use in a second. Right now I'm just clipping. We're going super short and natural, so I'm not using any type of technique here. I'm just getting it off as short as I can because I'm going to go in here and file. These are steps where you can save time. So yeah, this is where I get that tip blender. I'm putting that on. You put it on each nail. You wait about 15 seconds and then you go and you blend on top of it. So you're going to see me do that. I'm doing everything on her today with a sanding band. Again, her nails are very fragile from ripping them off. So we're just being super gentle on her. So there you'll see me just going over that tip, trying to get rid of the ridge. And then you apply a second coat and let that dry. Sometimes I'll do it 2 to 3 times. It just depends what the finger needs. Because sometimes, depending on their natural nail growth, there will be a little bit more of an edge than there are with other nails. So yeah, I just keep applying, go in, soften it up. What it does is essentially it melts the tip into the finger so you don't have such an extreme ridge. And that's super important with the nails that I'm doing on her today because I'm going to be using builder gel in a bottle. So if you've ever used builder gel, you paint it on. Builder gel in a bottle, you paint it on and it self-levels. So I need them to be smooth. So I'm just going in and shaping those tips. It was really easy since I had applied that tip blender because they had melted down a little bit. It was a slight perk. It wasn't super necessary, but it worked out better. I'm using my O file, same thing, 100 grit. This sticker we remove and throw away. So each client has a new file, which is the law in our state. And it cuts down on waste. We're not throwing really nice, expensive $2 files in the trash on every client. So we really, really enjoy using these. They have made life so much easier. We searched high and low for a product that would not be so wasteful because who wants to be wasteful? And not only is it wasting the product, it's wasting our money as techs, and therefore we have to charge the customer more, and that makes me a little sad. So yes, I'm just going in there buffing that little excess off, getting them all smooth for my builder gel. So the prep for builder gel is really similar to polygel or just a plain gel application. Right here I'm priming with Young Nails Protein Bond. I get my builder gel out and almost forget to put my base coat, but I stopped myself, thank goodness. First we have to have a little phone sesh. I have to gossip with my sister. And then yeah, we're doing base coat, just a super light layer. Staying away from the cuticles. You don't want to flood the cuticle on your base coat when you're doing gel applications because your very first layer is the layer that's going to lift. So, base coat both nails. We use D&D base coat and we cure that for 60 seconds in our LED lamps. So after my base coat is cured, I go right in with my builder gel. I do not do this service on a whole lot of people. It's just not my specialty, and it can be a little tedious because you need the layers to be thick enough to self-level, but not thick enough to start running all over the finger, which can happen with builder gel pretty easily. So that's why I'm kind of going slower here. I'm doing thin layers. I end up doing about 3 total layers on each hand, just to make sure that that tip's going to have enough strength. Again, I want this to be a super thin application because, like I said, if there's any ridge towards the back, my sweet client is going to pick it off. So I'm trying to help her help herself. So after the builder gel is done, sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied, I am just roughing it up and smoothing it out with that same zebra band. Builder gel is super smooth and shiny, like it looks like glass when it comes out of the lamp with just the slightest inhibition layer. So I feel like when you're going back on top of it with gel, you almost need to rough it up a little bit so that the gel has somewhere to catch to. And that's what I'm just doing here, like going around the cuticle, making sure everything is smooth and taking off that shine and giving it just a little bit of texture so that it can grab onto my paint. I love this client so much. We are in the industry together, so we always have so much to talk about when she comes in. And by the industry, I mean like salon world, like barbershops, hair salons, lash studios, nail salons, all that. So we were also like fangirling over her client about how beautiful she is. We're so funny. And then I was telling her about the girl that I like to fangirl with. So yes, this is just how I do it. I just smooth it ever so slightly. So even though I shape in the beginning of all of my services, I always go back in and refine that shape. Like I've said before, once you add product, things can just get a little out of whack, and I just want to make sure that the final product is good. So this is just me making sure that the work I put in the beginning is still there, and if there's anything I need to fix. And sometimes when they pull the hands away and you look again, you'll realize that you have made a nail a little bit crooked or you've missed a spot, and so it's always good to just put eyes on it twice when you're shaping. And then same thing, I really like to file up in the side walls to kind of release the finger from any product that can be stuck there that would cause lifting. And I like to do this with my hand file also, so I don't have to be super aggressive on the client. I'm really excited to get to be making these nail videos for you. I'm not sure who is going to be watching them, whether it will be other nail techs learning or people who just enjoy watching nail videos. I enjoy making them, so that's why I'm making them. We're doing the like dreaded color picking process here. She wanted an orangey red. I would say she definitely went more orangey than she did red, but that's okay. It looked really cute on her. This client is not afraid of color. Like some of my clients stay in the same family. I never know what to expect with this client. She will shock me every time. It'll be hot pink, it'll be blue, like she's all over the place. So I'm just going in buffing a little bit again. Like after they wash their hands, sometimes there'll be some stuff under there, and that's okay. You just remove it anyways. Like you can always go back and do a step again if you realize that it needs to be done again. So yes, I'm just going in here and painting. This is a Kira Sky polish. These are not my favorite, but I have learned to work with them. This color was, I believe, $4.87 in the collection, which was called Allure if you use Kira Sky and are curious. It looked like an orangey red, but like I said, I definitely see more orange. I don't know if it's because orange is not my favorite color, so when there's a lot of it present, that's all my eyes personally see, but in the end it turned out super cute on her. So I am definitely a 2-color coat polish fan. This one could use 2 to 3. I find that Kira Sky's formula is a lot thinner. My other favorite polish that I use is D&D, where it is a lot thicker and more opaque, and sometimes you can do 1 coat even. But this one was definitely a 2-coater. And it's so crazy how that first coat is so slow and that second coat is so fast. I'm like, dang girl, get it. But I love watching myself paint nails. I know that's really weird, but it's so satisfying, even though it's totally me. And then we are to top coat. Right now I am obsessed with the Chisel Diamond top coat. It is so durable. I'm obsessed. I had been using D&D for almost a year and a half. It's the easiest for me to get in my area, and it's a good quality top coat, but I just felt like my clients were coming back after just 2 weeks and it just looked dull. Like their nails had been through some stuff, like beat up. So I was like, I am craving something a little stronger so that those 2-week clients, because that's not a lot of time, those 2-week clients come back and their nails still look amazing. Like they don't need to be done, they want to be done, if that makes sense. So this top coat totally does that for me. It's a little harder for me to get, but that's okay. We're gonna go with it. So Kira Sky polish makes top coat bubble and separate. I don't know, something in its inhibition layer makes other polish not like it. So that's what I was just checking to make sure that we didn't have any bubbles that would show up in the final product. And then right here I just have my pineapple cuticle oil pen. I normally don't use a pen because it takes so long to fill them up, and I don't get that much use out. Like I started using that pen last week. But here's the final product, guys. Thanks for watching.